Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, ROBO, and today I'm gonna kind of show you guys how the train signals work in Satisfactory. This took me like 7 hours. I could not figure out how to get these things to work to save my life, but there was something very important that I will show you guys now, real quick. Before I even get into how they work, I want to show you guys something that one of you guys in the comments of my last stream that I did told me what was wrong, and that was because my tracks were too close. Okay, don't worry about that one, that signal blinking. That's a visual glitch. I don't know why it's doing that, but that's supposed to be green and the trains still act like it's green and go through it. So as you can see, they still go through it like nothing. So yeah, if your train signal and station and stuff is not working, then maybe it's because your tracks are too close, so you need to space them out. They need to be in like at least the middle of each one. I'd say that's like the farthest you could, closest you could really have them. But if you could go to the edge, that'd be nice too. As long as you can like fit something in between the tracks, I think that's they're spread out far enough apart. So, all right, so train signals. So this was my train station that I had before all of this happened with the signals. So a lot of stuff collapsed very, very quickly. And it took me so long to figure out how these things work, but I finally figured it out. So you have two signals. You have the block signals, like those two down there, and you have pass signals, which I think I have one right over here. And essentially what you want to do is pass signal, like if you have a setup, let's say kind of close to this, and I don't have actually no pass signals here, which, yeah, that's right. You don't really need pass signals here and like a setup like this, but you can have one here if you want to, but it's not really that necessary. So essentially what you can do is you can have a block signal like that one coming in, and well, actually you don't really need that one either, but that one is, yeah, that one's for this side, not that side. But I will tell you guys about the rest of the track in a bit, because I did like a test and one side has signals and the other side does not have signals. So both sides still work though. So I'll get into that in a second. But essentially what you can do is you can have a block signal before your train stations, before the turn, so like before the like intersection cross, and then have one in the station, behind the station, and at the same thing when they merge back on the track. So if a train comes into here and then is getting ready to park, once he clears that signal and gets into the station, this will go back green, and then the next train can go up and turn. But let's say if there is a train that comes through and he's all the way out there and he's turning in here, then these trains can go. Once he passes this signal and goes into the train station, then the next one can go in, essentially. And the exact same thing happens again back here. So yeah, here on the other side, the exact same thing happens. The trains come out, there's a signal for the train station, signal to merge back on the main track. So that's kind of how you can, it's a pretty simple setup. So you just have your train station, and then signal inside, signal merging onto the track, and do the same thing for the back and the front, and then just keep merging the tracks together like that. So this is like a small train station. Well, not really small, but if you want to set up a nice train station that can get a lot of items back and forth, then this is perfect. This train isn't fully done. I can add one more car to the front and back, but at maximum, it's like this. You can have 3 engines and 10 cars. And you can do that for all 3 of these, and I can have 2 more still. Think. Yeah, I think I can fit it, maybe 2 more. It's gonna be a tight squeeze, but I think I can fit 2 more if I don't like deal with pipes again. If it's just belts, then that's easy because I just go straight down with belts. But since there's a train here, I'm going to take you guys out onto the main line to a more complicated part of my train system that involves pass signals. So as we're driving out here, you can see I've added some signals actually to this side, but the left side has a bit more signals than the right does, and sometimes, which is really annoying, I'll have like 2 signals right there, and for some reason the train sometimes will stop on that. They will both stop on these 2 signals that are together in like some of the testing that I've done. I don't know really why, but yeah, if like, oh, actually no, if it's also because my tracks are too close. Down there my tracks are a little close, and I have the 2 signals, and it thinks that it's a block. It thinks it's one block together, so both trains will stop in their respective blocks. So like I was saying before, make sure you have a little bit of space in between your tracks and move them out some, so the signals don't think that if you have 2 like this, then they're not in the same block. So, and this is another simple setup. You know, you go off the track, signal, and another one to get back on. Very, very simple. And let me go because the train's coming. All right, so we are out here, way down from my base. This is where my base is, and I have a track that goes all the way down through here, so I can pick up whatever I need. I did a live stream on this a long time ago. It took me like 6 hours, I think, to build all of this. I wish I had the zoo feature, you know. I could have got this done very, very quickly. Also, something else, if you don't know about trains, is that trains have weight now. So if you have a train that's going up a hill and you have a lot of like fluid cars on them, like oil, I know this oil is pretty darn heavy, I guess. I wish it would tell us like the weight of stuff, but water is really heavy and oil is very, very heavy. I had to completely smooth out this track because it did go uphill to it went up and then it went back down to where some oil is way out here. There's oil down here, and I had to completely tear down that whole track and then build it up higher because my train just could not get back up. And here comes the water train now. As you can see, he's going like normal speed, but the oil train goes very slow if he's trying to go uphill or anything like that. So yeah, make sure everything, if you have, oh, and if you do have a train kind of like this that has a lot of liquid on it, if you don't want to rebuild your whole setup, I mean, you could do something even worse. And to get the train actually up the hill, you need to put 1 engine for each car that you have. Yeah, it sucks. I had to put 9 cars on the oil train just to bring it back up the hill. And I was like, okay, I'm not building 9 train stations everywhere just for this, you know? But anyway, let's look at a more complex-ish system. So, what do we have here? We have like a bunch of splits and crosses and everything. So essentially, you don't really need pass signals at the start here. You can, but you don't really need them. You come in, right, and you have the block signal to block off that, as usual, like we've seen tons of times before, where you go off into a block signal, train station block signal, on the track, and then block signal, and then it can leave, right? But what if you want to cross tracks? You know, what if you want to cross tracks like this? That's where this guy comes in, the pass signal. You literally don't really need much. You don't really need pass signals until basically this happens. You know, basically until you want to cross tracks across each other. Now, essentially, this pass signal, whenever a train comes through, well, actually, he'll stop. Yeah, he'll stop right around here, and the pass signal will tell him if my main train 303, who is coming back right now, that's why it's red, it'll tell him, hey, there's a train coming through here, so you don't have a clear path. But if he's not close enough, which I need to put more signals down the line, so then it won't detect that, because right now the pass signal is doing this entire track all the way there and all the way back. And for some reason there's no sound with 303. I don't know why, but I think that's just a bug. But now that he's gone, if there was a train here, it would say, okay, this path is clear for you to turn around. So yeah, essentially that's what you want to do. If you have a track that crosses each other, or if you have like a huge intersection where tracks are crossing each other, that is where the pass signal comes in handy. And it took me a while to figure that out, because I thought what you could do, which I think you still can do, but you could just have a pass signal here, right, at the very start, and then just not have any other signals, right? And you could technically do that, but this is just simpler, because I feel like that might, I don't know, it might fail, or they might hit each other or something. But this is a lot simpler to do, because we only have one pass signal. That's about it. The rest are just block signals. It was very, very annoying, to say the least, to try and figure these things out, and nothing would work. Everything was constantly red, but seeing everything green, just it feels good, man. It feels good. God, and it's so easy now, because now that I have all these, if I add another train to this line, it won't really matter, you know. Everything's already set up, so we don't have to go through this again. Also, make sure your block signals are long enough, like I did it with this one. I knew this train sticks out farther than his station, so I put a block signal there, and then one a couple ways back, actually, yeah, like right there. So then it'll give the train that's coming in enough time to slow down, because I haven't tested this yet, but I think if it's too close, he will immediately speed past that and still hit him in the back. So you don't want that to happen. So give it some space. You know, if you have a really long train, then give it some space. But as you can see, he's gonna stop, wait for the pass signal to give him clearance, which it just did, and now he can go and turn around. So yeah, if your pass signals are red like that, it's supposed to be. It turns green once the train gets there, and then it finds a path for the train. Right now it can't find a path because there's no train here, but it will find a path once the train gets here and stops. But if the normal block signals are red, then something's wrong. Something's definitely wrong. But these are supposed to be like that. As you can see, he's gonna stop because that train, oh, there we go, never mind. He reached the there's a block signal way down there, And I made it so because the oil train is very slow. Okay, he comes through here very slow. So when he makes it all the way through, I want the other train to like kind of slow down, you know, give him a head start basically. So when he passes that signal like at the curve, then the block signal will allow a train to go through because usually they can't catch up to him by that point. Oh, that's not fun. What just crashed? Maybe I don't know train signals at all, chat. I don't know. Let's go figure this out together then. I'm gonna go head over there and I will see you guys in a second. It seems as though we have arrived at the crash site. And I think I know exactly what happened. I think I didn't place a signal like I was literally just talking about. I didn't place a signal far enough apart and the other train was sticking through the entire signal and the train stopped right at the signal, so it probably hit him. But this is the train that we were just watching. As you can see, he sticks through a lot of signals, so I had to make sure this is extra long. What in the heck happened here? It seems like they... I don't know. This doesn't really make much sense. How did they collide? They couldn't have collided because the tracks aren't that close. They've been running normally this whole time. I don't know, chat. I've been streaming way too much. I don't know, guys. I don't know. If you guys know how these two collided without even touching each other, please let me know in the comments. I have no idea how these two collided without even touching each other. That doesn't make any sense. Okay. I don't know. That's weird. That is very, very weird. Yeah, that's the rest of the... Yeah, it's the rest of this train. I don't know. I don't know. Let's get everything back going. There we go. See, this is what I was talking about right here. I don't know why, but I think it's because of this right here. This is all one block because these two lines are way too close to each other. Not close enough that the trains can hit, or maybe they, I don't know. I don't think they could have hit, but anyway, I've wasted enough of your guys' time, so thank you guys so much for watching this, and I hope you guys figure out all your signals. I'm gonna try and space this out, but if you guys want to watch me actually use the rest of this stuff in the update, because I have not I haven't really used anything new in this update except the zoop features, so I could build and replace rails and stuff like that. Other than that, I've for like 2 or 3 of my streams I've been just working on trains. So if you actually want to see me do some other stuff in update 4, I mean for 5, then subscribe, leave a like. I would greatly appreciate it. We're almost at 1,000 subs and I would love to get to 1,000 subs. I think that'd be awesome. That is one of my like dream goals. So yeah, I'm gonna try and fix this. And I'll see you guys for tonight's stream. I always stream on this channel too, by the way, at around 10 p.m. EST. So yeah, I'll see you guys there if you want to come join. I'm gonna start working on some mega projects too. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I want to build something really cool way over there, I think, and on the other side of the map. But we'll get into that on stream. So yeah, see you guys. Have a good rest of your day.